What's good? Uh, Another beautiful day. Look, I'm having a great day at the moment, mainly because, I went to some Bible study. It's always good to, go read the word with a bunch of bros, ones that I don't know, ones that I do know, ones that I've seen multiple times, and now I'm trying to get comfortable with, be able to talk about basketball and God at the same time. I don't know how we did it, but we did. It's all glorious, right? And I was able to get some questions asked out for me, right? So it's a really high motivated day for me. Which is no thanks, but to the Lord the most, right? Um, so pretty much we end up going over chapter 11 of Romans. I know we're going backwards again, but who cares? This is my journey. All right. I'm putting it out there to motivate y'all to on your journey as well. So that's the whole point of the videos. Mainly, for future kids, maybe somebody wants to see me after I passed or whatnot, or just maybe somebody feels or wants to be inspired by my word, right? On Christ and want to understand Christ based off of what they see from me, right? Um, as we've been called to be infectious in the Lord, right? We're so in the Lord that we're infectious to those around us, right? And I try to be honestly. So this is me going forward, right? Um, anyway, enough about me. It's about the Lord right now. All right, about the Lord right now. All right. So we went over pretty much mainly chapter 11 and just overall the idea of getting grafted in as Gentiles to the Lord, right? We tied it back to the parable of the sower, which, I got to give my man's, I forget his name. I'm sorry, I don't forget his name. I'm not going to say his name. It starts with an H, right? Um, he was like, yeah, the parable of the sower is pretty tied to this, right? And, after looking at it, the parable of the sower, the sower drops a seed and pretty much a drought area and thorns in a barren field and in a good field, right? And then pretty much, obviously explains how these things grow. And obviously you want to be in the good field, right? And pretty much this chapter talks about grafting people or Gentiles more into the love of Christ because Jews are the chosen people. They're the chosen kingdom of God, right? Israel, literally the chosen kingdom of God, right? So they're chosen, and us being Gentiles are literally cut from our own olive branch our own olive tree, and then we are literally grafted into trees. Grafting meaning like grafting on pants. I found this out today. Like putting a patch over it and then sewing it. You can also do this to trees by cutting some type of hole in it or um, cutting off a branch and then taping around the both branches, and then they grow into each other, and then the branch starts growing off of that tree. And I think it's amazing how nature works that way because that is the exact explanation what I needed to understand this passage. Right, I'm learning more about the world through God. Right, and it's always amazing to do that. Right. Um, and overall, it talks about how in your unbelief they are broken off, right, and to not take advantage of this belief, right? As if God broke them off, he'll definitely break you off again. And he'll graft you back too once you come to it. But, oh, not even because you're always saved in the Lord. That's just how it works. I always struggled with that for a little bit until I really came to the idea of salvation is a gift. And if it's a gift, then it's not like I can earn it nor can I give it away because it's a gift, right? And it's a gift from my soul, right? I can't, I don't know how to give soul gifts away. So if it's a gift for my soul and everybody else's soul, and I take the gifts with full hands, it's too late for me. I'm already in the Lord, I'm already saved, right? At least that's my thought process on it, right? Um, and now that I'm in the Lord and now that I have the relationship with Him, obviously I'm going to keep the relationship going. And obviously I'm going to have my trips, slips and falls, but I'm going to stand back up and keep walking towards Him as He's already walking towards me. Or actually, He's walking next to me, hand in hand, and He's just pulling me along. Literally, what is happening. Um, but overall, yeah, that's what we went over. And we went over also the idea of drinking when it comes to Christians and everything. And my chaplain explained it perfectly, and the idea that it's not the drinking that's wrong, it's the association, right? It's a dependency, right? And then he tied it to not just drinking, but also to other things, maybe video games, sugar, uh, comics, all of it, right? And I never really thought about it like that until now. And it really did give me the eyesight of like, so my priorities are probably just out of whack because nothing's wrong with drinking, if you do it, you know, obviously not to get drunk. Yeah. And if you have your personal things against it, then yeah. But if you find nothing wrong with it, then do it, right? Because it's good in the Lord, right? The Lord made it. The Lord literally make water into wine. Come on, like that's not him. That's definitely him telling you to drink, especially if you deem fit. Just don't get drunkenness off of it, because being drunk makes you do stupid things. But anywho, that's all I got today. Hopefully y'all liked it. I loved it today. It's great. Hopefully this makes y'all be able to read the word and read it. Doses.